Greetings, St. Paul's, and blessings on this Monday. Today, the Church celebrates the feast of Margaret, Queen of Scotland, who died on this day in the year 1093. The psalm appointed for her feast is Psalm 146, beginning at the 4th verse. Happy are they who have the God of Jacob for their help, whose hope is in the Lord their God. Margaret is known for being a person who fought to have the worship of the church be more formal. She was trying to move away from how they had been worshiping in what they would call a loose way, and she wanted things to be more formalized. Things like the observance of Ash Wednesday were important to her. She wanted the church services, the worship services, to be done in a more respectful and formal way. But she was also known as a person who was very devout to her people. She fought for people's rights, and at certain points she fought against England in favor of the people of Scotland. Many over the years and over the centuries have devoted themselves to fight for the way in which we do worship as a church. There have been many different ways of how we as Christians have decided to come together to offer worship to God. As you know, as Anglicans, we like to use, vestments and incense and all these type of things that are not intended to be the place or the thing that we worship, but rather a means to help us focus on what it is we're doing when we come together. We try to make it clear that when we gather together as Christians, it is not like any other gathering we go to. It is not a concert. This is not a friendly gathering of people who are just have nothing else to do, but rather that we come together to be in the presence of God. And we use the things that God has given us, the material things that God has given us, to help us create a sense of focus, to try to get us visually, mentally, and spiritually in a place where we can have an experience that is beyond humanity and leading, in a sense, to a more godly place. As you all know, we have not been perfect in how we do that. But we continue to make efforts each and every day to try to attain a sense of being present with God when we're in God's house of worship, when we are by ourselves in a place of prayer, and sometimes, even when we are out in nature and are able to find a sense of spiritual centeredness that takes us away from the commonness of our human existence into the holiness of being in relationship with our God, our Creator. So, my beloved, I pray that as you continue to seek new or even old ways of being in touch with the Spirit of God that lives within you and the presence of God that surrounds you, that you find that God has given you things in this material world to help you attain to that place. The trees, the sun, a brook, maybe it's a cross or a candle or a book. Find that place where you can encounter God, not only outside, but even more importantly, inside of you. And may that presence of God be a source of strength, be a source of wisdom, be a source of fullness for your spirit, for your soul. Blessings to you.